you are not the only one guilty of this. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tessie. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please subscribe before leaving for more videos that will be coming up. So today's video, we're going to be discussing about our pubic private part VJ hair. Okay, that is the part I'm going to be addressing today. So we're talking about waxing today, waxing under there. So you are not alone, okay? You are not guilty. You are not the only one guilty of this. I'm also the guilty one here, but I've improved. So before I started, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Before I started my beauty school, I was one of you guys, one of the people that is watching this video right now, that is saying that so waxing is very painful down there. Waxing is not good. Waxing is this, waxing is that. You know, we never want to experience it. Waxing, or we have experienced it, but it's very painful and we don't want to go back. We didn't want to go back again. Yes, I am also guilty of it. Or a shaving stick, where shaving stick is the best. We try to get any new shaving stick we can find that is telling us that it's perfect for shaving down there. I started my beauty school. I discovered that everything changes. You know, that is when I started waxing often, because obviously we do practical with it, and we use ourselves to do practical at school. Like the day we have practical studies, we study on ourselves. So I started waxing often. Of course, you can choose to wax total, you know, total Brazilian wax, or you can choose to wax half, leaving a little bit of hair at the center of your VJ. Okay, so I'm here to tell you guys this, because from my experience, especially women of color, or if you have a coily hair, like, my advice to you guys that haven't waxed before is to start waxing. You know, when I say waxing, I noticed that the hair that grows down there changed. The texture of the hair changed. Instead of the hair to start growing very thick, because you know, we that has coily hair, especially women of color that has kinky hair, we have a very thick hair. Kinky hair is a very thick hair, and when you shave those thick hairs, we are mostly prone to infection or ingrown hair, and ingrown hair can be infection, or you are also at risk of getting bacteria when you shave. And that depends, and that is because most of the time, I'm also guilty of this before, not longer. Most of the time we use shaving stick for, like, I don't know how many times. We just use it to wash it and leave it there, and whenever we need it, we take it again and use it again, and the shaving stick is already exposed. No matter where you keep it, as long as it's open and you've used it before, you should throw it away and get a new one if you want to use shaving stick. 99% of women, or 85% of women, don't throw the shaving stick away. When they use, after using it, they preserve it for another use, for another time. And those are you know, the shaving stick have you know, we've exposed them to a lot of bacteria that we don't know about, that they've, you know, been there in the bathroom, sitting there for until the next time you use them. You don't know how many bacteria that have entered into the shaving stick, and we still use it the same and shave down there, and we start having maybe discharge, or different kind of inching and every other thing that it might cause. I was also guilty of this, so you're not alone. Okay, I'm not judging you because I know better now. I'm making this video because I know better now. So I'm advising you guys, if you are a black person, or a woman, like women of color, or you find yourself, because this is not only for women of color. If you have a coily hair, guys, if you have a coily hair, you are also one of the people that might been affecting. This advice is for those that have, but especially those that women of color, or if you have a coily hair. If you have a coily hair, you know that down there the hair is also coily down there, and probably you've noticed when you shave, whenever you shave, you have one or two ingrown hair down there, and sometimes those ingrown hairs are very painful when they come out. Ingrown hair, because most often we don't want the hair to grow a lot before we shave them. The moment we see the hair coming out, we shave them. The cause of ingrown hair, let me use the Google explanation for ingrown hair for you guys. What is an ingrown hair? An ingrown hair is a stand of hair that grow back onto your skin after shaving, tweezing, or waxing. They may be painful or inchy, and they commonly appear around your face, leg, armpit, and pubic area. Ingrown hair are sometimes called razor bumps, shave bumps, or barber bumps. So this is what ingrown hair is all about. For those of you that don't know what ingrown hair is, it's those, you know, Have you noticed when a man shave, you will see those bumps that comes out of their barber? That is what is called ingrown hair. And when it's under there, it's very painful. It's more painful, or on the armpit, it's very painful when they grow down there. So when you shave often, like you don't want to see hair down there. The moment the hair started coming out, you shave them, you are at risk of ingrown hair. This is why I'm advising you guys to get into waxing. A lot of men of color don't wax. Like a lot of them don't wax. Like I said on my previous video, that waxing is not just taking up the hair from the follicles, but it's also exfoliate down there, remove the dead skin, helps to exfoliate those dead skin that accumulates on our skin. Okay, so waxing helps you to prevent ingrown hair. Obviously, when you wax, sometimes when you wax and when the wax go, when the maybe your esthetician did a little mistake, you can have ingrown hair. But razor waxing, razor shaving is more, you are more at risk when you shave often than waxing. And also, one thing about waxing is that waxing helps to change the texture of hair down there. The hair will no longer be so thick as it used to be, because when you wax often, the texture of the hair down there will start changing. It will not be so much kinky, but the texture will change completely, and that is going to reduce the risk of ingrown hair down there. So this video, I'm advising you guys, if you haven't been waxing, or you're scared of waxing, you can do Brazilian waxing, or you can do the normal waxing, where you have the hair, where you still have some hair protecting that area. I know a lot of men will say waxing is not good, and because the hair helps to prevent infection. Yes, it can actually wax the bikini area of your body, but the center there, you can leave the center. But waxing helps a lot more than shaving stick, because when you shave often, you are prompt to having you are at risk of having more ingrown hair down there. But when you wax, you don't have to be like waxing. You don't do waxing every 2 weeks. Sometimes you go as far as a month, or a month and before going back again to waxing. By then, you've given the hair time to grow and comes out of epidemic of your body. Okay, so I'm advising you on this video to wax, especially when you have curly hair. It's going to change the texture down there. It's going to prevent you from having a bacteria. It's going to prevent you from having a lot of ingrown hair there. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. God bless you all. Bye.